Well, you talk about the Calgary Stampede day one, and they talk about the champions. It really was a day of champions. 17 world and Canadian titles between the group that we're about to see, including our tie-down roping best man of the day, the reigning Canadian champion Shane Hanchy from Sulphur, Louisiana, checking in at 7 1/10 seconds. That is real fast. He's the top gun on day one. There it is, Shane Hanchy from Sulphur, Louisiana first. Then Matt Shizawa, Corey Solomon, and Josh Peak rounding out our top four. In the bareback riding, Casey Coletti of Pueblo, Colorado, loves to ride in Canada. One of the reasons, the great bucking horses that he gets on. Well, here's one of them, Big Stone Rodeo's Hombre. This is how they diagram it in the how-to manual. As you see this spectacular ride right here, 89.5 points for Coletti. Gets him a victory lap, gets him a big check, and the top of the leaderboard, followed by Stephen Dent, Clint Cannon, and Caleb Bennett. All right, let's get ready now. In the steer wrestling, well, Curtis Cassidy, who's been a Canadian champion some 10 times over, look at what he does right here as he goes after a Calgary Stampede title. He's won the $100,000 previously. He did it with runs like that, a sensational 4-1 victory lap, big smile, and a whole bunch of money for Curtis Cassidy, followed by Wade Sumter, Bray Armas, and Trevor Knowles. In the saddle bronc riding, a couple of guys atop the leaderboard. The first, the Bracken, Saskatchewan cowboy, Ryland Geyer. He's got Outlaw Bucker's quitting time. These two get along very, very nicely to the tune of 86 points. And a nice get off right there for Ryland. Now, let's take a look at a two-time world champion and a Canadian titleist, Taos Muncie of Corona, New Mexico. He's got the big stone bucking horse called Rubles. He too gonna check in at 86 points, putting those two guys atop the board. And there they share the victory lap. Taos Muncie, Ryland Geyer right there. Then it's Cole Elsher and Cody DeMoss rounding out our top four. Well, in the ladies barrel racing, we really do have the cream of the crop here. How about Mary Walker of Ennis, Texas, riding her horse Latte. This is the reigning world champion. Watch her fly around the barrels right here. One turn to the right, two to the left, a quick run for home. That's how you win the money. And around that final Calgary Herald barrel, here comes Mary Walker, the world titleist, across the line, right there in 17 78. Little malfunction of the wardrobe right there. Big smile, even a laugh. Hey, what are you gonna do? Especially when you finish first in the round, followed by Carly Pierce, Kim Schultz, Jane Melby. Well, in the bull riding, you know, you thought 2012 was spectacular for Scott Schiffner. He was the bull riding champion of Canada, the Cowboy of the Year, and he did it with rides like this back in 2013, a former Calgary Stampede champion. Outlaw Bucker's Blue Zone. You can't ride him any better than that. How about Scott Schiffner with a sensational 88.5 victory lap? One of the real good guys of our industry, one of the great talents as well. Followed by Cody Lostro, last year's champion Chad Bestplug, and J.W. Harris. That's the way it came down on day one of the 2013 Calgary Stampede.